At 92. You're still doing it at 92.
On the original 1280 WWTC, it's a pleasure to welcome Mr. Leonard Nimoy, star of the co-star of the new film Star Trek V: The Final Frontier. And just going into this interview, you were doing your George Burns.
I want to do George Burns, right? I want to be 92 years old, smoking a cigar, a couple of tall girls to hold me up. I saw him down at Disney World.
Yeah, the new MGM opening.
At the studio, MGM, what do they call it? Disney, MGM, Disney
MGM
Studio
yeah.
Tour.
We were down there at the same time. Yeah.
He was there, and he was wonderful.
Yeah, incredible man. Incredible man. Yeah. But so are you. This
not that old.
For a person, well, no, not that old, but certainly incredible with your performances. And what you do is so wonderful. You're so adroit at being so dry. But the humor certainly has come out not only in the Star Trek films, but of course you directed Three Men and a Baby, and you've, there's a lot of fun inside you, and it certainly comes out in the lines. What was your feeling when, I'm sure you've been asked this 10 trillion times and probably will be again, though, your feeling to turn the directorial chores toward with Bill Shatner?
Oh, it's like getting out of harness. It's like, whew, you do that for a while.
Whose turn is it next?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. I did it when I did it because I really was looking for a new challenge. And I don't know if you recall, but at the end of Star Trek II, Spock had died. And now they wanted to make another Star Trek movie. And they thought, well, gee, we'd like to have Mr. Spock back again. So they called me and they said, well, I had said goodbye to the whole thing. I thought it's over, it's done. And I was wrong, of course, but when they called, I thought, well, what do I want to do here? I think we've done this. We've done the Spock character. Yeah, it'll be interesting to bring him back and see what it's like to start all over again, kind of fresh with this character. But at the same time, I had been kind of postponing this directing thing for a long time. I thought, well, maybe it's time to plunge in here and do that. So I did Star Trek III. I directed it, and then they asked me to direct Star Trek IV, and it was a very successful movie, 4 particularly, and that led to Three Men and a Baby, and suddenly it's a whole new career going.
Yeah.
But it was a relief to have Bill Shatner take over on this picture. Really, I don't like doing both jobs. I enjoy directing a lot, and I enjoy acting a lot, but to go to work to do both in the morning is pretty tough.
Yeah. Did he find it difficult too, do you think, or did he
I
express
think he
that
thrives
to you,
on it. I think he thrives on it.
Really?
He's, he's a very energetic guy, running and jumping and fighting things, pushing and shoving and climbing and falling and all that stuff. He likes to do all that stuff, So I think he thrives on it. I think he would love to do more.
You're living proof that no one should be pigeonholed into any particular category, because you certainly have been identified with things in space, I mean, like In Search Of, and also things to do with the natural world, et cetera, and then you turn the corner very rapidly and do the dry humor of Spock.
I like to try to surprise myself, see if I can do this.
Well, there must be something within. When did you know that you had the facility to do so many things?
I probably knew it a long time ago, but I haven't had a chance to exercise it until very recently, really. That's a great question. In the 50s, I was doing comedy on stage. In the 70s, after Star Trek and Mission Impossible, and I was touring around, doing a lot of shows around the country, plays, musicals, what have you, I was doing a lot of comedy, and I discovered that I could do it. I learned a lot about doing it, and I just not only discovered that I could do it, but I discovered that I liked to do it. I like getting laughs. I like entertaining and being funny. But I never got a chance to do it in TV or movies until really Star Trek IV, I think, was the first time that we made a conscious decision and said, let's lighten up here. We've been dealing with death and destruction and dying and all this funerals and stuff, Time to lighten up and have a good time. Yeah. So we made a conscious effort to do it, and it started to evolve into that. And now, suddenly, I would say 50, 75% of the scripts that I'm offered are comedies.
That's great.